Hello.
Okay, somebody check Twitch.
Hello. Okay, yes, we got it.
Oh, we got it? Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Now you can actually hear me. We are D8 Dungeon. We are a wee little TTRPG group here on the internet. We have podcasts and streams, and this is our lovely little stream called We're So Back, called Random
That's the
DMs,
name.
where
Yeah.
it's called We're So Back, yes. Called We're So Back, and definitely didn't have a technical issue at all. You're probably noticing our lack of Declan. Declan is not with us this week and probably won't be with us the next episode. So I'm going to try to remember the things that I have to say.
None of us remember. None of us know this, but we trust you.
None of us. This just shows you how much Declan holds this place over.
Yeah, we're just the idiots who show up and roll dice.
Genuinely.
Yes.
So I guess I'll start with, there's a friend of the channel that we always like to give a little shout out to, a little mention to, which is Mystery Dice Goblin. They're a wonderful UK-based group that do little mystery dice bags, little like dice chests, little DM kits, like loads of D&D like paraphernalia and bits and bobs, and they're really cool. We do have a code for them. Maybe ask us on Twitter because we don't know the thing to tell you.
We definitely
Normally.
It's a secret.
Normally, it's a secret, guys. Ooh. Normally, there's a prompt that we put in chat and all that.
We don't know that either.
Yeah, we're so good at this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got selected last week to be DM by our lovely randomizer, our little D4, and I think I'm just going to jump in because I don't know what else to say. I'm not sure. Declan's going to look back at this and just be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm never leaving again. I can't leave this house.
Yeah.
He's taking psychic damage right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Poor Declan. I'm so sorry, Misty. So the last game we had, we were in the wonderful, capable hands of Emma as Maka. And what did we do? We went to find the dwarves who have names that I always forget. And I forgot on stream last week, so it's pretty, it's like...
I mean, you can't forget if you never learn them. So
That's so true. What are their names? I've written them down.
Yeah, we know this. We know this, guys. Come on.
Dazzlin and Norbus,
Yeah,
or something like
I
that.
knew we knew it.
Yeah. So we
Already
had rescued them from their peril. No, they were in a ruin robbing the place. And we kind of convinced them, knocked them out to leave and give the ruins to a displaced orc family, which is very touching and very lovely.
Mhm.
And now our heroes have ventured out to their next destination, Nomengard. However, we will cut back to the Bard's Quill Inn the next morning, reminiscing over some coffee. Our heroes. Oster has excused himself from the Bard's Quill as he didn't expect so many guests, i.e. Fung's retinue. So he's making an early morning trip to the market. Deceit sits at the bar, contemplating Maka's performance last night, sipping their coffee, kind of thinking like, how am I going to follow that up? Fuck. So what is everybody else up to? We'll start with Fung. What is Fung up to right now this morning?
This is the next day, right after the performance, is it?
Yeah. Yes, this is the next day in the Bard's Quill, so after Maka's lovely performance. Lovely one-woman play with the switching of the wigs.
Oh.
Which was wonderful.
I'll say Fung wakes up with a little bit of a hangover, but she's pretending that she's not hungover. So she has like a pair of medieval sunglasses on. I don't know. I don't know what they look like. And
It's just a knight's visor.
Yeah, just a visor.
Yeah.
Or it's like just wood, like just a wooden glasses.
So
with like with just slits.
Yeah.
How's the retinue doing? How are the men and women and people who've brought Fung here and all of Fung's stuff? How are they getting on?
I think they're a lot more relaxed than the first day after seeing Feng sort of let loose. She's inherently a very strict and severe individual, but seeing her at the inn, hanging out with her friends and sort of like let loose a bit, and so the her retinue is a lot more lighthearted now and are like
Cool.
probably chatting out with people at the inn,
Nice.
roughhousing, chugging in the morning as well, I guess.
Cool. Then we'll move over to Gideon. What do you think Gideon is up to this morning after that little performance?
Gideon is not hungover in the slightest. He's having a very healthy breakfast of like rye bread and leaves of some sort, and like hummus probably, something like that. And he's got a very stringent routine for his swarm that he is currently maintaining. He's got like he rolls out like it's almost like a medical like tool bag where it like rolls out and there's a bunch of stuff inside, but it's just different scraps of different types of fabric. And he's just kind of like humming and hawing about what kind of like cotton blend to feed for that everyone wants today. And he will carefully pick something out. And he probably has like a shot of espresso, like a short little like thing. And he also probably got up like really early.
Nice.
Which is a very stark difference to how he
Used to be.
likes to be like as a young man. So yeah, something like that. And he's probably like in a corner in the Bard's Quill, attending to himself and his swarm and making sure everyone is adequately fed.
Cool. Perfect. And then Maka, what is she up to?
Is there anyone else in the Bard's Quill, or is it just the party?
I think it's just the party mostly. It's a little bit too early for like a crowd to have gathered.
Are we like the only guests?
I'm gonna say yes.
Cool. It's canon.
Yeah.
It's canon now. Declan can fight me on it later. No, I'd say for now, yes. I think seeing so many people attend Fung have probably actually taken a couple of extra rooms. So there's not too many more. There wouldn't be anybody else staying there right now, currently.
Maka is probably going to go over to Fung and say, "What did you think of my one-woman show? I bet you don't have performances like that where you come from."
Oh,
You're not wrong.
She's waiting for her compliment.
oh no! It was very ingenious. I guess she says this through her wooden slitted sunglasses. Where I come from, we do not have such plays. We usually put on heavy costumes or do paper mache. Wow, French exists now in this world.
Uh-huh.
But
We
But
just
the
said
swapping-
espresso, so
yeah, oh god. But the swapping of the hair, I will inform this to our theater performers back home. Perhaps an exchange of creative techniques is in order.
Yes, I have never heard of paper mache, so that would be wonderful to learn. I'm always interested in new techniques to bring my performances to life. So,
while
paper
you're
mache.
talking, Deceit is kind of like fuming a little bit in the corner, just like, performance was so good. So many wigs all at once. How dare she? And it is feeling a little bit not upstaged, but like I think both performances were very good and enjoyable in their own ways. But I think because Deceit has done their fair share of one-person performances, to see someone else do it so differently, I guess, it's very, very like, damn, why didn't I think? There we go, creatively. Why didn't I think of that with the wigs? And I think at that, Deceit is going to gather you all together. And they're not serving anything. They'll probably ask one of Fung's retinue to like bring some coffee to the table or something like that.
But they are serving.
They're serving, but they're not serving. So they approach you and just kind of look at you and say, "Well, since I've already told Oster all about what happened next in our little adventure, ad nauseum, I might add. Perhaps it's best to move onward with the story without him while he's gone. And then they just kind of whisper to themselves, that way he won't ask so many questions this time. So many questions. So let's gather around. Let's sit around. And now, I don't dare follow up such a wonderful performance from you, Mako. Brava. So I've taken.
I think we're, as good as each other. We should double bill sometime.
We absolutely. I would only love that. I can sell out a theater here, easy. But with you, double the dates. Double the dates.
Well, I thought you were both equally boring.
Well, Gideon, I worry for when we have to listen to you tell a story. Will you tell it through moths? Oh, that could be quite inspired. Anyway, I'm losing the run of myself, my friends. I've decided to take a wee little leaf out of Oster's book here, and, well, kind of literally. I shan't be taking the stage this time, but I'm going to take you through my personal journals. And you're all used to Oster's journaling and magazine clippings from like Adventures Weekly and Monthly and Quarterly and all that kind of nonsense. And you're used to the scrapbooking and all that kind of stuff. And you see Deceit pull out a little notebook, and now it looks like half full. And they just kind of look at you and just say, like, what? It's a beautiful journal. I only really started it this year. I didn't want to ruin it. Anyways, let's get started. And they open up the first page, and you see these quite interesting illustrations. They're pretty, but they're not like great. They're these illustrations of, it looks like the five of us. It looks like illustrations of Deceit when they were younger, of young Gideon, of young Fung, of a young Maka, and even a young Oster. As they flip through the books, it almost looks kind of like comic strips. We see the five of us running through the countryside of the Sword Coast, running from cave to cave, ancient ruin to ancient ruin, jumping from platforms, posing, looking like really sexy and cool and stuff. One particular page catches your attention, and the memories flood back. It's Oster, looking cool and sexy and like stuff. He's fireman carrying two dwarves, Dazzle and Enorbus. A speech bubble above his head says, as he stands heroically carrying the two of them, as heroes, we have to help everyone, including these two. I'm going to bring them back to Phandalin myself and get their papers in order. And he runs off into the sunset. The memories flood back. We find the four of us now at the mouth of a basin. Just at the side of a cliffside, rushing water. You see sprays of a waterfall up ahead. You follow the stream uphill to the base of the mountain, where waterfall erosion has carved out a natural concavity. The roaring waterfall creates a cloud of mist as it plunges into the shallow pool of water, within which rise two small islands covered with 2-foot-tall red, green, and purple mushrooms. Several cave openings overlook the pool from rocky ledges 20 to 30 feet above. The mountain blocks any sunlight from reaching this place. Can we swap to the map?
Yeah.
Yay! We have a map, everyone.
I saw that. It should be better now, I'm hoping. Yeah, appreciate it. I forgot sick. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Am I good now?
You should be good now.
Thank you again, Zool, because we would have went with just not hearing me. Thank you.
Zool, is it better now, Zool? Do you know?
Yeah, you sound good, Dahi. I've got it up as well.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure what you didn't hear, so I'm going to pull back a step or two. Thank you. So you're on the eastern side of the stream, heading south towards the cavern opening, the natural clearing, and you can see two small islands dotted with large mushrooms of different colors. There's red, green, and purple, and they all seem very like different. The green ones are very like dry and stalky and tall. The purple ones are quite heavy and bulbous, and the red ones again are similar enough to the purple ones, but like a little bit taller. What do you guys do?
Gideon turns to the three of them and he's just like, "Why are we here?"
Can I do a nature check on the mushrooms?
Absolutely, you can, and you can roll me a wee little history check as well, Gideon, for why we're here. Pretty low DC because you were given this task like 2 days ago.
17 on nature.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural 20 on
Oh.
history. Gideon knows why we're here.
Gideon knows why we're here.
And we have
That's
completed
23.
the quest. Yeah.
We climbed
So-
up on top of the cliff and we got to the secret room or whatever.
Oh, actually, because Nikki, you're the only one who didn't roll a dice here. Fung, please roll me a d20.
Oh
Tell me
boy.
what results you get.
13.
13. I know what that means. I'll go look. You're fine. Everything's okay.
He's like, I know
Nothing
why
to-
we're here, but why are we doing this? Now that Oster's here, do we still care about? Now that Oster isn't here, do we still care about helping people?
I think then Deceit kind of speaks up, and this feels like Deceit narrating rather than your memory of Deceit. And they kind of like speak up and say, well, Oster has heroically offered himself to go back to town and deliver those two dwarves. So I believe we should take up the mantle and fill in the space and do heroic things too. I think that seems probably like the right thing to do. I feel like he'd be upset if we weren't at least a little bit trying to help people.
I suppose.
You do know, Gideon, that the quest you were given is a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get what you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. If the car... Oh, yeah. So you know that they have something, they have magical items, and it's just a good idea to go see if they have anything to spare that might be useful for fighting a dragon, basically.
Yes, I suppose being amicable to these gnomes would aid in our quest to slay a dragon. So amicable I shall be. I march up.
Maka, you check out those mushrooms, and you find that the purple ones look almost like they almost look like they might be filled with liquid, sort of. They look like juicy, for lack of a better term. The green ones are very dry, and they seem to, like, if one is broken, it looks like flaky. And the red ones just look really hefty. They look really, really like they look dry and hefty. They do seem to have a strange magical property about them too. And you also notice with that nature check that the air in here is thick with magic. There's a charged sort of magic feeling in here, and you can't really quite place it. Being one of the only people of the group to kind of be a little bit aligned with magic, you can understand the feeling of it. You just don't know what it means. So as you guys head in, you are
Can I pick and take some of the mushrooms?
They will require a little swim across, but to be fair,
no. Well, like, yeah.
You can bunny hop across.
If you see it, you could bunny hop actually. Like, you could probably make it over.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want. Yeah, sure. I realized that I have the map open in front of me, and I could just be looking at it instead of like having Twitch open. So I'm being really like silly right now. But yeah, you so you guys you see where that little incline is next. It's on the sort of center eastern side, and there's like a little tunnels.
Yeah.
You guys are close to there right now, so you could make a little hop from that coastline over if you wanted. The water's also not particularly deep, so you could just wade over if you want to.
I'll try hop and then wade the rest, I guess, and then.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, with your hop, you can probably get yourself over. It's only like 10, 15 feet. I'm sure with the bunny hop, you can probably do that. You hop over to. It would be tougher to get to the one with the purple mushrooms. That would probably be a roll. So do you want to go to the purple one or the red one? Because they both have green.
Do I want the purple ones? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Juicy shroom.
Actually, I'll let you pick. Whatever's better.
I'm gonna go acrobatics. 14 plus 2, 16.
Nice. Yeah, easy. You take a run and a like bunny hop. You kind of do like the Mario thing of the like 1-2 bounce, and you really get yourself across. You manage to land pretty safely. And now on closer inspection, these mushrooms almost feel like bags of liquid in a way. Like they're very wet. They're also quite large, some of them. Do you want to take a couple samples?
Yeah, I do. Yes. Yeah.
Easy enough to pick. Easy enough to carve off with a knife. You grab a sample or two of purple and green mushrooms. And the swim back or the wade back is not very far, so you can wade back or try to bounce back as well.
I'll wade, yeah.
Perfect. So what do you guys want to do next? How do you want to go about this? What's the plan?
Feng is already marching up that winding stairway to the front door and knocking.
Sure. There's no door
okay.
on the front. It is just an open caveway. And as you look in, Feng, it is not poorly lit. There's some torches dotting the walls. Give me a perception check. Just a quick perception check.
That is a 14.
Nice. Judging by like the draft coming through and judging by the lights and stuff, you can tell that there's two down at the end of this corridor. So at the east, that path to the east that you're seeing, at the end of that corridor, there is a path going to the north and a path going to the south. And right next to you, which you wouldn't need a perception check to see at all, there's another path to the east. Or north, rather, sorry.
But no, like, living people around me.
Nobody seems to be in there. You can if you take a peek down the first corridor, the one up north, you can see into like a little dining room. You can see like tables and some chairs just like out of the corner of it, and you assume it's a dining room.
Yeah, I'm gonna like knock against the wall with like my gauntlet to make like a echo, and just go.
Are you shouting in?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I was about to, gnomes. We have come to parley.
I'd say give me what's a check for shouting? give me a charisma check.
Performance?
Yeah, give me performance. That's a great one. Thank you.
Okay.
You do notice though that the waterfall here is very loud.
Ooh.
Waterfall to the south.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you hear nothing back. Just a loud shout.
Does Gideon smell food from the dining area?
Do you venture in?
He's probably standing like right behind Feng.
What's your passive perception?
Like 17.
You don't smell food from the dining area.
Okay. He'll wander towards the dining area anyway.
Yeah, sure. What's Maka up to? Is she gonna follow too?
Yes. Yes. She's yeah. Okay. Yeah. For now, she's considering eating the mushrooms, but yes.
Sure.
Gideon sees the mushrooms, and Gideon is like, "Do not eat those."
Why not? It's never harmed me before.
Do you know what kind of mushrooms they are?
Purple.
So no. So a handy survival tool is when you're out in the wilderness is if you don't know the kind of mushroom, don't eat it. If you're unsure, do not eat it.
Okay, that's really good
So
advice.
until you find out what that is, don't eat it.
Okay. All right.
Do you head further in, Gideon?
Yeah, Gideon's like lecturing her on like
As we're walking in, I
mushroom
guess. Yeah.
on foraging rules while he's,
Sure.
like,
So while this lecture is going on, you walk into the dining hall, and there seems to be nobody here. It's pretty empty. There's tables, chairs. It's pretty bare bones. You do, however, see on the center north side of the room there is another corridor that leads off.
Like, does the place look like abandoned or?
Give me a survival check. Everyone, give me a survival check.
All right.
That one.
That is 10. Okay.
Okay, 10.
That's 12 from me.
Maka? Or do you care?
Do I care?
Does Maka care? Does Maka care if it's lived in? Although,
Looking.
if it's lived in, that means there could be like alcohol and stuff.
She's just like, but all those mushrooms I had and I never checked. No, that's a 5.
You've no idea. The other two. This place looks moderately lived in. It looks like dinner was probably had or breakfast or something was probably had at this table earlier. There's like crumbs. There's bits and pieces. There's no like plates and stuff left really. But there's some crumbs. There's like an empty tankard on like a shelf and whatever. Like it looks like it's been used recently enough.
So it doesn't look like some.
Like samples the crumbs, like, and then sniffs the tankard. He's like doing like sniffer dog stuff, like trying to like get the lay of the land.
Doing like Sherlock Holmes
he's
nonsense.
Like, sourdough, ale.
Cool. Yeah. Do you guys head to the north, or what do you want to do?
Yes. Like there's no sign of a scuffle. It doesn't look like they just abandoned this place in a hurry, right?
No, you don't. You can't see any signs of a struggle.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just march up north.
The path diverges to your right or to the east immediately. I have to stop myself from saying up, down, left, and right because I'm trying to use north, south, east, and west so that like people watching it can be like, oh, that's just that.
Yeah.
So this is for you, everybody. I'm doing this for you.
Yeah.
I'm suffering for you.
Such a
I'm so
considerate
good.
DM. Yeah.
I know. I'm so kind. I'm so cool. Yeah, I do like that Homebrew said in the chat as well. That's a lot of our world logic. Maybe D&D mushrooms are A-okay.
No.
Thank you, Homebrew.
Don't eat mushrooms you don't know.
Thank you, Ben, for fueling the chaos.
Feng will as we all proceed, will just go, in Karato, we test mushrooms and poisons by physically tasting it, and if someone dies, it means that it is bad. Their sacrifice is noted and they are honored. You should be honored, Maka, for taking this sacrifice.
I am a hero.
Well, that's incredible. Giddy just scratches his head. He's like, well, that's incredibly callous towards human life, but sure, if that works for y'all, that's cool.
I could have died even picking them, and look, here I am, as brave as the rest of you.
Maybe you're already dead.
Maybe. Deceit just turns, maybe we are already dead.
Maybe these caves
Gideon's correct.
is the underworld.
Or had existential crisis.
Gideon
It'd be more exciting.
Gideon like swipes like a curtain and he's like holding it like ooh. And he's like backs up into a dark corner. Ooh.
Deceit is just like, or maybe the people in here just had breakfast and now they're in peril and we have to save them and be seen saving them and the town will know us as heroes.
Who would see us?
Well, we tell them.
Indeed.
And they
we should
us?
be altruistic to these gnomes. They have something we need.
Something like that, yes.
Maybe.
There is a path to the east, and there is a path that continues to the north, and you see the northern path does turn east as well. So it's kind of like an E shape, like choice.
Gideon will take the first turn.
I'll take the second.
So Gideon, as you take the first turn, you see yourself just kind of like it just kind of starts to loop around a little bit. And as it loops around, there is another sort of diverging path off to the east, and then the path seems to continue south as well. So there's like two choices. And Maka, you're met with a door.
Oh. I feel like we shouldn't split the party. Can I just try the door to see if it's open?
I believe it.
Yeah. I'll follow Maka.
Not open. Yeah, they would lock it. Yeah, it's open. Gideon, are you trying to move through this hallway stealthily, or are you trying to? Are you just?
Yeah, he's kind of feeling like the cloak kind of thing
Sure.
right now. So he's just kind of like.
Give me a
like
stealth
that.
check, so
Yeah.
while the other two try the door. The door is indeed unlocked and opens straight away.
That is going to be a what's my stealth? It is a 18.
Nice, great. Are you gonna be continuing down south or to the east?
He'll check the east. He'll go.
Okay, cool.
That way.
Maka, before she goes through the door, is going to jump back around and completely cancel all of Gideon's stealth to be like, Gideon! There's a door here!
You don't see or hear Gideon. Gideon's just like up in the corner going, I am the knight.
Gideon!
Yeah.
Wow.
I am not Gideon.
I'm Mothman.
I am the shadowy Mothman of Nomengard.
So while Gideon's having his fantasy down there, we will go to the two heading into this room first, and then we'll come back to you, Gideon, and see what you see inside, and then we'll move on. So you guys open up the door, and there is a full kitchen in here, and you see five rock gnomes just busying themselves in here. They all just kind of turn to you and go like, "Oh,
Rock gnomes.
Do what, sir?
We
rob us and kill us and eat us?"
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, well, that's fine. And then you just see they just start busying themselves again.
We've come to parlay.
Huh?
We've come
Parlay.
to buy some of your stuff if you have any to offer.
That too.
They all just kind of look at each other really like uncomfortably a little bit, and they're just like, we're just doing the mushrooms. We're just using the mushrooms right now. Like we're just preparing the mushrooms. We don't really do. I mean, you're probably looking for Fibblestip and Dabbledob.
Yeah.
They're the ones that know all the things around here. We don't really. We're just like cooking, and you kind of look around and you do see them. They are busying themselves. Do you see a female gnome using a poker to stoke the fire of a hot iron stove standing against the east wall? Dimble, a male, is using a complicated press-like contraption to squeeze oil out of a big red mushroom and filter the liquid into 4 oil flasks. So he's like squeezing the red mushrooms and putting oil away. You see another female gnome on top of a table using this like mechanical rolling pin to roll the green mushrooms into like a dough type thing. You see another male gnome forming this dough into little loaves of green bread. He's like you see him, he's like really like meticulously shaping this loaf of green bread. He's like and then you see another female gnome who is on a stool stuffing big purple mushrooms into a barrel.
Where can we find this Fiddle, Gook, and Dimple? Oh god, I already forgot their names.
These names are all really hard. These dwarf names and gnome names that they put in this book are like, we're just going to throw a bunch of letters at you.
Can we just call them like Paul and Derek?
No. That's insensitive to gnomes.
Okay.
Like you can. It's Fibblestip, and Dabbledob. We can go with Fibble and Dabble.
Okay.
Fibblestip and Dabbledot.
They just kind of say like, I mean, they're probably in the workshop, just working on their own things, but that's probably.
Where's the workshop from here? How can we make our way there?
Well, you'll probably have to go south.
Okay.
Through all of the hallways and things. And you see, like, give me an insight check from the two of you.
All right. Oh, surprisingly good on my end. That would be a 17.
Ooh.
4 for me.
You hear nothing. However, Fung, you kind of hear one of them whispering to the others, like, "Should we tell them about Factore?" No, don't. She's fine. They'll be fine.
Who is this Factore you speak of?
She's just another one of us. She's a little bit weird though. She likes to blow things up, and she doesn't really talk much. She doesn't talk. Yeah, she just likes to. She's around. She's on the way. So just, I guess, watch out for her. But I mean, she's fine, kind of. Anyway. So it's down south, and they just like kind of gloss over the fact that there's this crazy.
Would
one
of you
in here.
be willing to walk us to the workshop?
Absolutely not. No. We can point you in the direction, and they literally go outside the door and point south. But we're not going that way.
Unbelievably helpful. Thank you so much. Can I ask you a question before we go south?
Sure.
Can you tell me what the magical properties of these mushrooms are?
Oh, so the person talking to you introduces herself as Joybell. She was the one who was poking the fire. I'm Joybell, and this over here is Turvaround. And Turvaround, she's making our wine. We make mushroom wine out of the purple ones.
Okay.
They're mushroom wine. And then Dimble over there is squeezing the red ones because we get oil out of them, and they're really good. It's really flammable. It's really good for alchemical fires, all that kind of stuff. And Panana and Up and Down over there are making bread.
Oh my god, these names.
Be so for real right now.
Yeah, one of them is literally called Up and Down. I didn't write this.
Be so for real.
This is to the coast. I'm coming for you. No, I'm kidding.
Be serious.
Be so for real right now. Be so for real.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a dragon attacking some of the towns nearby. Specifically one town, which name escapes me.
Phandalin.
So I actually think these red mushrooms could really come in to help if we can craft a way to explode the dragon.
I mean, look, we're not really in the business of trading right now, especially with towns and stuff, because we just kind of keep to ourselves. But if Fibble and Dabble give the go ahead to give you some red oil, we can the red oil. We can do that for you. We can prepare it for you and stuff. We have lots of it. We know how to do it.
Sounds fantastic. I feel like this could make us all kill the dragon, but I am willing to sacrifice my intellect into figuring this out. So we go.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Funk side eye you with that, like just frowns.
You see, there is another room, another like pathway to in the center of the room to the south as well. Another door that kind of goes downstairs into like it looks like a little cellar kind of thing. And they just say, Dabble and Fibble can look after you. You do also notice on that 17 insight, I meant to give this to you earlier, that they seemed really cagey. They seemed really shocked when people came in here, as if to say, like, people don't come here. Like, and as soon as you were like non-threatening, they kind of relaxed. But Fung, you notice that there is something to them. They're like there's another level of caginess there that you don't quite.
Okay.
I kill 4 and threaten the last night. I'm just kidding.
This is our hero episode. What are you doing?
Yeah, also comes back like, "Hey guys, what I miss?"
Like head gnomes everywhere.
Holding up, of course, the dinner. Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So. Is that everything you guys do in the room? Is there anything else you want to do? Talk to them about? Or are you guys good to move on?
I think I noticed the caginess. I am going to go, or rather, Fung is going to go. Is there anything else that we should know?
I don't think so. Everything's just Gnomengard normal up here. Whatever that means. I was going to say, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I was going to say, allow me to rephrase that. I take 2 steps closer and loom. Is there anything that we need to know?
Give me an intimidation check with disadvantage.
All right. Yeah, intimidation is better for me.
It's disadvantage because, like, they thought you were going to be dangerous, and then you said you weren't, and now you're being dangerous. So they're like, "Oh,
Okay, I
do
rolled
we
a
just
17. I rolled 17 and a 16, so that is 20.
Jesus." So one of them just goes like, "Don't kill us, please!" And you see the one with the red oil like takes up a flask of it and is looking at you like really,
Yes.
really readily. I was like, "Please don't kill us! Don't kill us! Look, enough of us are dying already. Just don't kill us!" And you see the guy with the oil is like gearing to throw.
So Maka's gonna put a hand in front of Fung and just like, I mean, she's like 3 foot high or whatever, but you know, still. And just be like, no, they're just joking. It's just their manner. It sometimes doesn't come across as friendly as they mean. Isn't that right, Fung? They've been very helpful to us.
She sort of looks down at you, then looks back. If there is something killing all of you, we can help.
Well, it looks like there is something killing us, and it might be you. So if we just if you just keep going and go talk to Fibble and Dob, we don't know nothing. We they look terrified of you.
I'll step back.
And again, Maka's gonna try guide Fung out of the room. I'll be like,
Nice. As you do, you pass by Deceit Fung, and he's like, "Good work, interrogation, excellent."
Interrogate? That was just me asking a question about what was happening.
You're scary. I like you. And we cut to Gideon in the room. I need to open this room on my interactive map. You see 2 gnomish contraptions in this room, each kind of resembling a crab with a barrel for a shell, 6 articulated metal legs, and a pair of forward-facing pincing claws. You see that there's like a little hatch on the top of them. Yeah, that's what you see in there. Anything you want to do?
Gideon will like inspect this crab barrel.
Give me an investigation
What
check.
the fuck is this?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure. A 2.
You have no idea what these are. You're not experienced with gnomish contraptions. These look almost like crabs to you, and you feel like if you push any further, you might upset them.
Gideon just like he like looks down at his feet. He's like, "There's something unnatural going on here." He'll turn around and walk away from the scary crabs.
Do we reconvene as a party?
Yeah.
I guess so. If they're heading
Yeah.
the way I
You guys are heading south, I believe.
Yes.
So either way, you'll reconvene just before the room that sort of like
The one
room
with
that
the
looks
anchor.
like it looks like a picture of a T-shirt, like a bad
Yeah.
drawing of a T-shirt.
He like drops down from the ceiling behind the other 3. It's like, "Don't go in that room," and doesn't elaborate.
Fung just frowns.
Is it spooky? Has it got something fun in there?
No.
Oh. That's upsetting.
We have questioned a couple of gnomes. They have directed us to a couple that may help us in our quest. Also, there is something killing them. They did not elaborate.
the purple mushrooms are wine.
Did you take a bite of the purple mushroom?
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
It's like take a bite out of like a wine box.
It tastes like it's really nasty. It tastes like if you
like Bugfast.
very that, but worse. It's like
Oh, no.
fungusier. It's like more umami. It tastes like if wine had umami flavor to it. It was really weird.
Fun Gussie?
Yes. It's really nasty. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god, I was just joking. When I
He's just
said
like,
that.
"I told you."
Fun gained a new
14.
You don't get sick.
Okay, great. She should,
It's
yeah.
not that nasty.
They're just gonna be like, "Oh, it's great. I love wine."
Actually, roll me a little d20 as well.
All right.
Why not? Let's do this. This is
Fung
fun.
looks at you with a new look
16.
of respect.
16. You know what? It's not bad. You actually kind of like this taste. It's really unique and different. Maka actually kind of like appreciates this flavor.
Okay, yeah, all right. She's gonna just
I-
be tipping away at them. Over
Nice.
The next
I
round.
do like to do a roll for flavor, like roll for how like because a DM of mine does that too. It's like if you eat something, it's like, well, how does it taste? Let's roll the dice.
Okay.
Do
like
you
it.
eat any of the green ones?
No, I don't think. I feel like that needs to be processed to be bread, and I feel like
Yeah.
Maka is definitely more interested in wine than bread. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So, do you guys head south into the t-shirt room, as I'm calling it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. As you get in, you hear a very loud, consistent talking of wind speeds and like vectors and differentials and like variables. And what's your ACs?
14.
14.
15. How? She's a rabbit. Anyway.
+5. So 10 misses, 12 misses, 20, 23. That's going to hit you. How much damage is that now?
Bestie.
Which one does this one hit?
This is going to hit you, Fung.
Oh god.
Oh, I used the right dice. I'm using 3 sets of dice, 1 to hit each of you. I'm so kind. You're going to take 4 piercing damage as a large ballista bolt fires out of the room and hits you in the arm. And you hear like, no, must correct for draft. And then you hear like as like a platform in the middle of the room rotates. I need you all to roll initiative for me.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
We were just taking a walk.
We were just walking children in nature.
19.
Oh god.
Nice. Oh, I need
That
to write
is-
down initiatives. That's something that you need to do.
That
You know what? I have a Google Doc.
I got distracted by the ballista bolt, so I rolled a 7.
Oh shit.
17 for me.
You know what? Where's my keep notes? I should have prepared a pen and paper. It's almost like you need pen and paper for this.
For a pen and paper game. Yeah.
Maka, was it 18?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Gids with 17?
Yep.
She got an 8 plus 2, 10. 10. And what did you get again, Fun?
7.
7. Cool. It's Maka's turn first.
Okay.
What you see now is a crossbow platform that is like just spinning and reloading itself as a gnomish woman with wild hair is just like gibbering and chattering to herself, like pulling levers and cranking stuff. You can give me, anybody who sees her can give me an insight check.
All right. Natural 1. I'm pissed off at being shot.
Yeah,
She
that
shot
makes
you.
sense.
She shot you. That's what
she
the
actually-
insight check
Oh,
tells
I thought
you.
it was. I thought it was malfunctioning.
10 from me.
Oh no, as in like she shot you in general. Like she
wow.
like before the combat. That's all you see is like, damn, she shot me. What did you get, Gideon?
Alright.
9. But can I have advantage because this also seems like a fellow crazy person with hyperfixation?
I'm going to allow it. I'll allow it.
That's
Bargain with me. I'm a
a
bargainable
win.
DM.
That's a win for the autist community.
I'll just shoot you next. It's fine.
That's 20!
Oh hell yeah!
Fuck
What
off.
did you get?
Yes,
What did you
okay.
get? Maka.
10.
10. 10 is enough
It's
to
22
kind
in
of,
total.
get it. But I'll start with Maka. What you notice is this person almost seems to be doing this like out of their control. Like their body seems on autopilot. It's
Wow.
like they don't know. It's like they don't realize that they shot a person. They saw something move, so they shot. It's like it feels feverish. What you notice, Gideon, is much of the same, except you see her as Fong got hit taking notes on what happened, and you hear her say, okay, I have to correct for the draft, do all I have to correct these calculations, variables, 3 targets. Okay. She's preparing for another shot, but I'm going to give her shots disadvantage on the first round because you are kind of figuring out what she's figuring out too. So first round of combat is Maka.
How far am I away from her?
You're about 20 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna go to her. And before she'll be holding her weapon. I think she's a mace. I think it's a mace. Yeah, she'll be holding that kind of.
Yeah, last week, yeah, there was a mace.
Yeah, that's right. Forgot I didn't equip anything.
That's fine.
But so she's gonna try grab her attention.
Sure.
Before making any action, so like to try and get her out of the trance.
Sure.
And stop her from.
I'm trying to think what you give me for that. Give me a persuasion check, I guess.
Okay. $12.
So what does Maka say to this rock gnome?
She's gonna like spin her around and like shake her by the shoulders and be like, snap out of it, in a very, very like dramatic way.
She's just like kind of like is like shocked and just says like, snap. No, nothing snapped. Everything's still together. What is snapping? What snap? And she does know that you're a person now. Like you do sense that this person realizes that you're a living person. But she's not speaking to you in any coherent manner. She seems to be. She starts talking to you about the contraption, and you do. I'm going to say, for all intents and purposes, she is de-aggroed. She's not intentionally shooting at you guys anymore. It was a good idea to run up and shake her out of it, but she does. You do see her immediately tend to the one that just shot, and she kind of looks into the hallway for the other bolt, trying to be like, oh, maybe I should just reload and I should probably start again. I shouldn't really. Maybe these new variable targets, they're not good. I should just keep target practice. And the calculations need more work. And she's just going on one, and you kind of can't get. You find you talking to her is very difficult.
Can I slap her?
Yeah.
So unarmed strike.
Give me an unarmed strike.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this on D&D Beyond. That's an 11.
That hits.
Oh, okay. It says I give 0 damage when I slap someone.
Oh yeah, because you have
zero
probably a -1 to strength.
Yeah.
Because it's your strength score. You do damage for.
You heal this person as you slap them.
And -1 damage. It doesn't really seem to affect her. She's still. You give me another insight check, but with advantage this time because you're dealing with her up close.
Okay. So I have +0 in insight, so that is a 6 or a 9. No, it's a 4.
With advantage as well.
The first one's a 4, and the next one's a 10.
You get the feeling like she is not in a trance. This is just how she is.
Okay.
And it didn't matter what walked through that door. She was going to shoot it. Okay. Because it was a new target. You just find she is obsessed with this work. And you were told as a little bit by the town master. We get a little flashback to the town master speaking to you, and just saying like the rock gnomes are a bit weird. They're recluse for a reason. Mm-hmm. Nobody really talks to them. Nobody trades with them because they're just like really crazily focused on their work. You didn't know how to what extent. Clearly, you're finding out. Mm-hmm. That Factore, who you were told about, is just obsessed with her work.
What's the map situation?
What do you do?
I think that's kind of my turn, unless I can try walk her outside.
You'd have to make a grapple check, but I'm going to say that's your turn. Because you did the unarmed strike.
Very effective, yeah.
Yeah, Gideon. She doesn't seem to be shooting you guys anymore because she realizes that you're not target practice targets. She doesn't seem to be that doesn't seem to be her focus. She seems to be talking about the machine now.
Yeah, Gideon just walks past her, like pats her on the back, say, "Good work, lady," and he's gonna keep on walking past.
Yeah, absolutely. You can keep. You can head past the hallway. There's doesn't. Do you want to give a search to this room, or do you want to just head out of it to try and not get?
I'll give it a quick glance.
Give me an investigation check. This is like I knew that this fight had a potential to not be combat, so I wanted to still do it in initiative.
Or is it a 4? 3 or 4?
You don't really see. There's a lot of boxes with giant crossbow bolts sticking out of them. That all seem to be pretty empty. It seems like she's got like little target circles up, and there's just like the walls look a bit like a pin cushion in a way. They're like stone that have been pin cushioned with bits and pieces.
Cool.
Anything else for your turn?
No. He'll just respect it and walk past.
Yeah. Factoria is going to go. She's going to continue with her work. She's going to start reloading or making sure that the one that shot Fung is reloaded, and is just going to turn the platform. So you just rotate on the platform with her Maka, and there's another crossbow now facing out the door again towards you, Fung. But she doesn't fire. She doesn't fire.
All right.
And it's your turn.
I'm gonna rip the bolt out, throw it to the ground, and glare and goes, "You dare strike me!" And I'm gonna charge forward with intent to cause harm.
Oh no.
Does a 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
She had readied her action to shoot you if you were aggressive.
Oh god.
She rolled a 1 to hit.
Okay.
And then she just says, you just hear her say, "Must subdue the aggressive target." Other targets behaving abnormally. This target must be destroyed.
Since it's
so real.
I grab it in midair.
Yeah, and you can absolutely take an attack if you want, or pursue with malicious intent.
Yeah, and I'm going to go forward, and then I'm going to... I mean, even in her angered state, she can clearly tell that this individual is sort of like... not like hostile, so she's not going to be lethal with this attack. She is going to, while I guess Maka is holding onto her, gonna whack.
I'll give you advantage on it, absolutely. Fire away.
All right, let's go. Okay, thank God for the advantage. Okay, 1, 2, 3, because that was a natural one, so
that would have been fun. That would have been really fun. You would have got shot again.
Oh no. Does a 14 hit?
14 absolutely hits.
Okay. That is 5 damage.
Yeah, you absolutely knock her unconscious. She does not have much health at HP at all. And she's just like kind of slumps onto one of the like levers, and a bolt fires into the wall next to you guys. And that's it. She's unconscious. We're out of initiative.
Bring her away from the platform.
I think we should steal the crossbow for the dragon.
The crossbow is mounted. It's like a platform in the ground.
Okay. Oh, it's built into the ground.
It is 4
Big,
crossbows,
hefty
like
ballista.
one pointing out of each cardinal direction, and it rotates. It is a full platform. It's got levers and whatever. It looks like very difficult to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, fair.
Considering the demeanor of this individual, we can assume that this one is the one the gnomes called Factore.
I would assume, yes.
Yeah,
you bring her with us.
Yeah, you can infer that this is very like you taking her with you.
We stuff her in the duffel bag and then bring her with us while she's
Do we?
unconscious until she wakes up.
You could take her with you if you want, or you could just leave her unconscious here. It is up to you guys.
Because I kind of want to question this person. I mean, she built this contraption. Maybe she can have weapons, so she'll bring her along to meet with the other two as well at the same time.
Fair. If you are going to do that, I wouldn't recommend stuffing her in a bag.
I was mostly joking for that. Well,
over the shoulder.
yes, just slung over her shoulder, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, that's fine. She seems to be like unconscious, but not in like a dangerous state at all. You're pretty good at I think Fang is pretty decent at subduing a target non-lethally.
And I mean, she's a gnome. They weigh like a baby, so
yeah, she's tiny. She's so teeny tiny. She'll just blow away in the wind. Sorry. So if you guys, that is it for Factore. If you guys would like, we might take a wee little 5-10 minute break and come back because I really want to get some water. And I think it's a good idea to take a little break.
Nice. Yeah. Let's do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
See you guys in 10.
Bye.
Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope we can be heard. I hope we're all like good. Nothing exploded. Nobody. I hope everybody got water. Everybody's hydrated. Welcome back. So we just left off after dealing with probably the most iconic character to come into this, Factore, who has already amassed fans. 2 people, both here. Factore has
the factorials, the girls.
If Factore has 0 fans, I am dead. No. So the party just dealt with Factore, knocked her unconscious, and are going to bring her along to meet with Fib and Dab. Fibble and Dabble, or Double. Fibble and Double. And just kind of like, what's her deal? Like, that's probably what Fung is bringing her to be like, what is her deal? Why did she shoot me? So as you guys leave the room, it does come southward down, and another path continues westward. Out the westward direction, there is an opening, and you can see out into the cavern entrance that you originally saw. And you can even see like a little bit of a mushroom little tree line of one of those islands in the distance. As well as that, just at that entrance, there is a sort of pathway southward.
Just turn the head south.
Cool. Yeah. You guys head south, and it immediately turns you east again. And as you head east, there seems to be a very large room with no door straight ahead of you eastward. And then to the south, there looks like another very large room with no door and what looks like a pool in there.
A pool.
Just like a pool of water. Yeah.
Where did the gnomes say that Fab and Dib were?
They said that they were further south, and they were supposed to tell you, but the rest of the way, but they kind of got interrupted by being intimidated.
Damn it!
Gideon's like, that was all that they told you. They weren't more forthcoming with information. That's strange. Okay.
Yes, and I was being so amiable.
I'm sure you were, Fun.
You do. Maka
casually strolled towards the room to the east, I guess.
Yeah, Maka, you notice in that room to the east, there's a bunch of big barrels.
Wine.
Maybe.
Can she inspect to see if it is the wine? Like, do they have like taps on them or anything, or they're just
you can head in, and some of them do seem to have like little places where a tap would be affixed. They're not on them yet. It's not like they put them here and then get the wine and bring them. They would bring a barrel up and then tap it later. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. Are you going to inspect any of the wine casks?
Yes, please. I would like to do that.
Where are my dice? Sorry. I say that while they're all in front of me. Great. Let me just grab something. Give me an investigation check, please.
That's a 10.
10. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's open her up. So you begin to look through what is what seems to be these wine barrels, and you like none of them have a little tap on them. None of them have any like real markings on them. There's nothing really odd about them or anything. They're not huge, so like your party could probably bring one if you wanted.
Yeah.
You could also attempt to tap one with like a dagger and like you could like makeshift tap it if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I'd like to give that a go. I don't have a dagger, but I do have a mace. So
wow.
Smash the side.
Gideon hands Maka a dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just use the mace as the hammer to tap.
That's a lot
Very
more.
excessive.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll.
If you're gonna poison your body, you might as well do it right.
Yeah.
Which barrel are you going for? Do you know on the
Oh.
map? So the map is there. Which set of them are you going for? The top or the bottom ones?
The top.
Cool. So just the first barrel you come across, yeah?
Yep.
Perf. Give me an attack roll.
Just
Just an attack roll with a like dexterity. Because it's a dagger.
17 total.
17 hits. Roll me damage of your 1d4 plus dexterity.
Okay. Oh no, I don't have a D4. Oh no.
I've got one. I can roll it.
Yeah.
It is my dagger.
Yeah, go for it, Gideon.
It's my dagger. I want to do the damage.
2.
Plus my dex is 2, so 4.
2, so 4 damage. Let me just write this down. Because as you hack away at this, this barrel shivers, and out from under it lashes a tentacle at Maka. Does a 15 hit?
It does. It meets it, yeah.
Yep. I rolled to see which one it was, and I rolled number 1, so the first barrel y'all looked at.
Oh no.
It's actually not going to do any damage to you. You are now considered grappled.
Okay.
And I need everybody to roll initiative as this barrel bursts into splinters.
No wonder
of
these
wood.
gnomes are dying.
I just wanted wine.
A mouth pulls off of the bottom of the barrel.
No.
Wine pours out of the barrel's mouth.
It's wine o'clock.
One gross eye just like appears in the middle of the flat end of the barrel as pseudopod tentacles reach out. You guys are fighting a mimic.
Oh.
Okay. At least we now know why the gnomes are dying. Why would they keep this here?
I got a 7.
I wrote 11.
What are mimic stats, guys? Let me Google. Oh, okay, that's fine.
17.
Could be anything. They're a mimic.
Maka at 17. No, not matcha. Like the tea.
Oh, matcha latte.
Fung, what did you get?
11. Yeah, 11.
11. And Gideon?
7.
7. I'll roll for deceit. Deceit rolled a 15. Oh, I guess I'll help. As you guys engage with this vicious creature whose HP I have to put down now. Mimic HP.
-4.
-4. Yes, I will remember. Jesus Christ. Why are y'all level 1? Like, this feels unfair.
It does.
It does, but you know what? I don't care because it's funny.
Hey, if we're stuck, we can wake up Factoria and she'll blow it up.
You know what? That's so valid. She'll go get the big
Yeah,
thing.
she'll roll it up.
Roll it up. Sorry.
She'll roll the cardinal crossbow. That's what I'm calling it.
The card. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good because it's all the cardinal directions.
Yeah, and it's a cross.
True.
Many people are saying this.
Many people are saying this. Sorry, I am just refilling out the things because my phone is about to die. 15. Fung. 11. Gids. 7. HP this many. Q. Yeah, it is actually the mimic's turn first, funny enough.
Okay.
It has you grappled, Maka. What is it going to do to you?
Give you a big hug.
Grappler.
Get you.
It's going to. I think it's going to attack you.
Oh no.
With its bite attack, and it gets advantage because you're grappled by it. Let's go. Jesus. Okay, that's actually not great. Oh no, I think it might just beat your AC 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and you will take. You will take. Is it +3? Oh, 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that is its turn. It's going to move to the next person's turn, which is Maka, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. So she's gonna hit with her mace, if that's
Nice.
possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a 13 to hit. Probably doesn't.
13 hits.
Oh, great. Okay.
I
And
need to bring this over here.
that is a 0 bludgeoning damage. So she gently caresses the box with her mace.
Wait, do you?
I
Did you don't
I
mind us-
rolled a 1 and I'm at 1d6 minus 1 on it.
Wow.
Anything else for your turn? Do you have a bonus action?
Can I try? I can't disengage if I'm grappled, can I?
No, unfortunately not.
No. So, I don't know. Do I have... Oh, I have 2-weapon fighting. So can I use the dagger that Gideon...
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm not sure what the stats are on that.
It's a 1d4, and you're
With
probably
2-weapon fighting, you just roll it at dexterity without proficiency.
Okay.
Is it?
Or
No,
you don't add the damage.
Yeah, no, you roll as normal, so you'll add your proficiency and your dex, but it's just 1d4 damage. You don't add the modifier.
Right.
You should probably use the mace in your offhand, so because you don't add the strength modifier.
Yeah, that's actually a bonus to it.
yeah, it's actually stronger.
You don't get the -1.
So what
You know
am I,
what?
am I rolling?
I'm fine with
to
fine with
hit?
saying you rolled the mace as an offhand, and we can do 1 damage to it. I'm fine with saying that.
Okay.
Yeah,
the,
sure.
the dagger can be that main.
Yeah,
hand.
we need all the damage we can get. I
Yeah,
think.
so you can still get your dex bonus on this. So roll a d20 plus your dex plus proficiency. So it should be +5, maybe?
Yeah, which
Just
is 16 to hit.
16 hit.
And
Give me a
then
1d4 plus
1d4 plus what? Sorry, plus 1.
dex.
Plus dex, so that's a 4 damage total.
4 damage, nice. It does not look pleased about that. And some wine oozes out of the barrel's carapace. This mimic kind of like, you see its form now, it almost looks like a beetle, but instead of its legs, they're these weird pseudopod tentacles that have grown these like kind of scales on the top, and it's got this like protruding horn out of the top and this one solitary eye and a big gaping maw. Deceit's turn then. Deceit is going to run up and stab it with a rapier. It's going to try and angle themselves to get around the other side, maybe use you as a way to get advantage. And it's going to hit. We'll do 1d8 plus X. That is 7 points of damage, and is going to turn to Thung and give you a little wink and give you a bardic inspiration.
Aha.
You can do this. We're heroes, remember? We'll save these people. Or something like that, I think. Oster's better at this than I am. And that is Thung's turn.
All right. I am going to take out my longbow finally and go, unhand my lapine friend. And I'm going to, you tentacled beast, and then I'm going to shoot.
Shoot it.
Oh, that is a 21.
Nice.
And I'm going to do
Hit.
Distracting Strike by expending 1 superiority die.
Okay.
So that means I add an additional d6 to my damage. And
Nice.
then the next person to attack this creature will have advantage.
Sick.
Oh my god, I rolled a 1 and a 3 on my dice rolls. So
Oh,
that's
God.
6 damage.
6 damage. I don't have that, so it's, yeah. That is that everything for your turn?
Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, 7 damage, not 6.
Nice. Gideon? Or that's your turn then, Fung, right?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Stunning. Gideon?
Gideon sees Fung pull out the longbow, and he's like, "Hey, that's my thing." And he's gonna pull out his
Aw.
longbow. And he's like, "Well, I could do it better." And he is going to take it, and
Yeah.
I'm
Advantage.
going to with advantage, and I'm going to do sharpshooter. So
Nice.
I'll take a
Ooh.
-5 penalty for an extra 10 damage.
I hope you missed. No, I don't. Not really.
Let's go. So that was 2 2s.
So Two twos -5 +5. Is it? What's your dex?
It's. Oh well, the attack bonus is 5.
Oh,
so
so
it's just a flat roll.
twos. Yeah, that's a miss, babe. So sorry.
Fung is giving you a very side eye smug look.
It's going.
I think it is now canonical with the amount of times that Gideon has missed with the bow that he has never taken archery before. he just nabbed this somewhere, and he's just like, maybe I should pick up something else. He looks around the room for a different weapon.
It is back to the mimic's turn. Grant, it is going to make a pseudopod attack on Fung this time for doing so much damage to it.
Was that?
Oh, that is going to be a miss. I think that is only a 7, and then it's because it has Macha in its grip. It's going to bite attack you. Oh boy, it gets advantage. That's not. It's. I think it hits. It's a 13 plus numbers. +5.
Yeah,
18.
That'll hit. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Jesus Christ. Another 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So we're all just flopping right now.
It literally rolled 2 1s on its damage die this turn.
Oh, wow.
So, it's rolled minimum. How are we looking, Maka?
We've got 3 left. So
okay,
that's all we need.
Not so bad. That is your turn then, Maka.
Can I try attack the tentacle that's holding me? I
guess?
Guess?
Absolutely.
Again, I'm just gonna.
I'll take it. So instead of you it's usually it's like an athletics check to get out of something. But if you want to hit the tentacle that's on you, I'll let you damage it, but it'll do less overall damage to the thing, but you'll be able to get out of it.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna go for my mace. So that's a 10 to hit.
10 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Do you want to go with the dagger?
Yes.
Nice.
What did we do there? It was +5, wasn't it? So 12 plus 5, so
yes.
17, and then.
Oh, I think it's +4 because your dex is 2, right?
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. So, sorry, 16. Yeah.
It still hits. So it's a D4 + 2.
So that's 2 + 2, so 4 damage.
So 4. I'm gonna half that and say that you do get the tentacle and you are able to free yourself.
Okay. Nice.
Or actually, do you know what? I'll half it, but give me an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Or acrobatics, because you can do that to wire your way out of stuff.
Okay. 15 and 18.
Yeah, it rolled like a 2 on its athletics check, so you're out. You got out of it.
Brilliant.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it from now.
Cool. It is going to move down the turn to Deceit again. Deceit's just going to go a stabbing. And Deceit is going to miss with a very low roll, and is going to wink at Gideon and give you a bardic inspiration. And it's going to back up slowly.
Why'd you wink at me?
Figure it out, I guess.
He's like, I won't.
I don't know. I don't understand that. Fung, your turn.
I'm going to take out another arrow, and I'm going to shoot at this monster for daring to hurt my not friend, acquaintance.
How dare you harm an acquaintance of mine? Face my mild fury.
Yeah. That's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right. I'm going to again expend my final superiority die to do distracting strike.
Stunning.
Oh, okay. Much better damage numbers. 10 damage this time.
Nice. Amazing. And the next attack has advantage, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
Oh, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Perfect. Gideon.
Gideon is going to quickly look around the room to see if there's a different kind of weapon besides a bow. Even if it's on someone's person.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Or give me a perception check, but give it to me with disadvantage because you're in the middle of a fight, I think.
Yeah,
This is a bit of a scramble.
Yeah. Okay, those are both good. Lowest is a dirty 20.
Deceit has a dagger on their hip.
Okay, cool. Gideon is just gonna like dash forward and like as like running and grabbing the dagger from Deceit's hip. He's like, "I'll take this instead of a wink with you," and he'll run and he'll just like run and like jump and try and like just stab the.
That's decorative. How dare you?
I'm about to decorate these walls with wine mimic blood. Okay, buddy. Distracting. So I got advantage.
I'll remember this.
Hope so.
You have a bardic.
It's not gonna help.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5 and a 1.
Sure, 5 plus.
So 5 plus 5.
Yeah,
10.
So minimum.
So it's a 10 so far. So a bardic can get you to a max of 16.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, I did hit with a 15, so.
I rolled a 3, so 13.
Yep, that hits. 13 hits.
Haha.
Well, Lottie fucking da! We did it, Joe. With the help.
We did it, Joe.
With the help of literally everybody.
Yeah.
All right. It's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Well, no, 2 plus 2, so 4 points of damage.
Damage is damage.
Is this the same day as the previous session?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's say no.
Let's say no.
Okay. This is a new story, okay? New session, new story, new DM talking.
This is
along
parentheses
with somehow
Deceit's
happened.
version.
Yeah, hashtag deceit. Yeah, parentheses Deceit's version.
Yeah.
What are you doing, so?
So I'm going to make it my favored enemy.
Nice.
I'm going to make it my favorite foe, and that will deal an extra d4.
Nice.
So extra 3 points of damage.
Nice. Sick. It's looking really hurt, but we're back to the top of the round to see the mimic. And it is, you know what? Oh, it can't keep biting you because you got out of it. Well, it can bite you, but it won't have advantage. It's going to pseudopod attack again at Fung. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits this time.
The pseudopod attack, I think, is pretty... I don't think it's as high damage. Oh, never mind, it is. It is going to forego damage, though, and grapple you.
Oh, no.
And it's going to make a bite attack on you, Fung. It's a 4 and a nat 20.
Oh, boy.
Bring
it on!
I do nat 20s a bit like how Declan does nat 20s. So you get the max number of the die, and then you roll again.
Oh, boy.
So that is going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh, no.
Fung
KO.
is down, mama. Fung is down boots and is currently still grappled. So is threatening being consumed by this mimic. Moving on to Maka. Your turn, Bessie.
You're about to get distilled.
I feel like I should maybe do a spare the dying.
Sure, that's a cantrip, right?
Fung. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can throw a spare the dying at Fung.
So
Wait,
that's my
spells?
bonus action. So you touch a living
Nice.
creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell, yeah. So you're stable now, Fung. But I still think you're only at like 0 damage, right? But you're
Yes, 0 hit points.
Yeah,
stable.
I'm still unconscious.
Or
Oh,
Yeah,
that means I
so-
roll a d4 plus 1, right? To see how many hours I remain unconscious.
Yes, do it.
Alright.
Go for it.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
2 hours.
Sick.
all right. Cool. So and then she's going to use her crossbow this time on the mimic. So oh shoot, that was a 1 plus 4, so 5. Does that hit?
It does not, I'm afraid.
I'm
so
shocked.
sorry.
I'm shocked. All right, that's the end of her
So
turn.
shocked.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked, I say.
Shocked.
Well, not that
shocked,
shocked.
I'd say. So we're going to move back to Deceit. Deceit is going to look at you, Fung, and is going to use their bonus action to not do a bardic inspiration, but instead to heal you for 4 hit points with a healing word. However, what is that? So you all see Deceit like humming out or speaking out a little oration to heal up Fung. But you also see, as the magic happens, Maka, you get that feeling of thick air again, and these little motes of light just pop up around Deceit and cast a ray of dim light around them as they cast the spell.
Oh.
They'll then use their action to attack. Jesus, I rolled another 4. I can't hit anyone either. We're all just level 1 babies. That's it. That's going to be Deceit's turn. And on to Fung, and you're back up again.
All right. I'll glare at the monster. You dare strike me? Her I understand, but me? And I'm
Drag her.
If you want, Deceit is attacking from, like, sort of, because the mimic has moved out of the wall now.
Oh,
Deceit is attacking from the back, so if you want to attack from the front to flank and get advantage, you may.
All right. I shall. Let's go. Okay, thank God for the advantage.
I'm all about doing the whole like flanking for advantage thing because I feel like not enough people talk about it. This is a disclaimer. This is a public service announcement. Give your players flanking. Especially at level 1. Especially a baby level 1. What
17.
Did you get? Hits. Let's go damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. That is going to be an amount of hit points that I should write on a different place because my phone is almost dead. Yeah, it's looking very hurt. You guys are pretty close by the looks.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Gideon, return.
Yeah, I think Gideon is like kind of like straddling on top of it with the dagger. And he's just like, enough, and he's gonna try and do a stabby stab, bring the dagger down.
Yep. It's just going to be regular now because you're not flanking with anyone.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a 17.
17 hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 2d4.
Nice. Favorite enemy. Great.
Yeah.
Come on, Revised Ranger.
Yeah. And Gideon's just like, my mom drank too much wine. This is for her.
Well, personal trauma.
Yeah. I never liked you. And it's going to be 7 points of damage.
Nice. It's looking so close to death right now. And as it's looking close to death, we're going to move to the Mimic's turn. And it is going to lash up to the person on top of it.
Ah!
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Alcohol is dangerous, Gideon.
And it is not going to use its pseudopod attack to grab you. And it's going to let go of Fung as well.
All right.
That is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, Gideon, as you are... give me an acrobatics check.
Sure. 15.
You're fine. You stay on top. Moving to Maka.
Crossbow again.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully better. That's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Yeah. And
Kill.
5 damage.
Oh my god. It looks... Oh wait, hold on. 5. I was counting wrong on this sheet. That is 1 point more than you needed. It had 4 hit points left.
Yes.
What does it look like as Maka destroys this mimic?
Absolutely.
How does this look? Painted that picture.
Seeing Gideon and everyone else and Fung and everyone else fail to kill this, she will be like, calm down, I have arrived, I have got this. And
you started this.
She's ignoring that.
Yeah.
And she'll take out her crossbow and like in her memory of sort of telling this part, you know, her clothes are flowing, she's standing tall, she's loading this crossbow, and
we get that worm's eye view of like from your feet, like holding the crossbow like that, and there's like a calming moment, there's like a little ellipses on the page.
Absolutely. She's probably half the size of the crossbow, but that does not matter.
Not in this picture.
Yeah. And she'll just be like, die, and shoot it. And
hell yeah. And there's a wobble-am as it hits it in the eye, and this creature roars and screams and falls to the ground, its body oozing purple blood and ichor all over the floor. Dead.
Absolutely.
This creature has been destroyed.
I've saved the party.
Congratulations.
After putting us in danger.
Roll me performance check, please, Maka.
17 plus 3, 30, 20.
Hell yeah. Just you see Deceit like, oh, bravo.
He's like, why are you clapping? She put us in danger.
But she looked so beautiful.
Fung nearly died.
Yeah.
That's fine. She's fine.
I saved
No.
Fung.
She's bleeding out on the floor.
Fung will.
Oh, she's okay. And Deceit hands you a healing potion.
I don't think her arm should look
Thank
that
you.
way. Okay.
It's okay. She's fine. She's been through worse. Just look at Maka go.
Yeah, Fung will look at Maka and goes, "You fought well, Bunny.
Thank you. I did, yes.
You get the."
I would like to say, for the purposes of my little assignment that I gave the players beforehand, Maka, you have heroically saved someone else. And by someone else, I mean the whole party about the final blow. So you shall be rewarded as the DM deems fit in some way or another. So you guys, do we do anything else in this room? How else do we carry on?
I'd like to get the heck out of this room, to be honest, but I don't know how everyone else.
Yes.
Gideon starts taking like flesh samples from.
Totally. Yep. Give me a straight dex check.
Like teeth.
Or give me a survival check just to see how nicely you get them. I like a good survival check to see what I get.
12.
Nice. You get some pretty intact teeth and a little bit of flesh and a claw. Cool. There's like kind of like those little like claws in parts of the pseudopods where it looks like it was hardening into like beetle flesh. You notice that the barrel itself, the carapace, is looks like it looks like when a chameleon or an octopus loses its color. You know, it looks like barrel, but it's like mimic flesh colored now, so it's really spooky and weird. Do you guys continue on ahead, or do you think you take a short rest, or how are we feeling?
Yeah,
a short rest is probably
short rest.
Yeah, I think
Short rest.
Short
I
rest
need to fix my right angled arm.
Yeah. You guys fully take a short rest, and I'm going to say while you take a short rest, there's somebody like towards the end, or I'd say towards the start of your short rest, one little rock gnome kind of peeks over the end through like into the entrance and just kind of looks at you guys and is like horrified looking at you, and it's just like, did you guys kill? You killed that?
Yeah,
I did. Yes.
You kill. I saw you kill it. I saw you do that. You did kill it. Oh, she did, and she was so beautiful while doing it. Maka, we really need to get you on the stage, my darling. And so you killed that thing.
Yes.
Oh my. Okay, well, do you mind if I take you to see Fib and Dobble? They're two of our leaders here. They're two of our wisers here, and we've been having a problem with this mimic for months now. You look hurt, so take your time, but I can show you the way. They'd really like to know that this is done. And then, he then looks at you, Factore, and it's like, what? Or not Factore, he looks at you, Fung, and it's like, is that Factore?
Yes, she shot me with her ballista. I am bringing her with me until we get to meet your elders.
That's fair.
She seems cool.
That's understandable. She shot me too. But like it's kind of like a thing. It's kind of like a game we play. Don't get shot by Factore when you're trying to get from one place to another.
Wait, how big are those ballistas, and how big are the gnomes in conjunction with the ballistas?
The ballistas are huge, but it looks like the kind of thing that the gnomes are like hard targets to hit. So
okay, I was like, if one of those, they're gone.
They also tend to know like when she's working. He kind of tells you it's like we tend to know when she's working. So sometimes when she's off in a corner, we just run through, and then she screams about targets, whips around, and shoots the walls a little bit or something. I don't know. We don't really listen to her. She's really smart when it comes to weapons, but
an effective form of martial training. I respect it.
Whatever. Yeah, sounds right.
Just absolutely
Anyway.
batshit.
Yeah, I like her.
To see, it's just like she had a certain flavor to her. She was quite interesting. I think I'll write a character based off her. I think she'll be in my next play. And this gnome is just like, whatever you say. Outworlders, whew. Outsiders, weirdos.
Yes.
And he just goes away and lets you guys rest.
All right.
You take a little rest, a little relaxation, and you all get to use your hit dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm back to 9 out of 11.
Hell yeah. Are you guys all healthy again?
Pretty much.
Yeah, more or less.
As healthy as you can be when you have like 10 hit points.
True. So, Maka, while you're resting, do you want to take some mushroom wine?
Yeah, sure do.
Hell yeah. You can tap another barrel and it's fine.
Okay.
You do.
Gideon sees her as
It's
to
another
another one,
mimic.
and he's like, "Don't."
Oh, don't worry.
I'm not helping. I'm not helping if it's another one. I'm not. You're on your own.
I still have your dagger. Yeah.
Keep it. I have this one. He holds up Deceit's one. He's like,
Deceit comes back and goes like, no. You can have another one. I'll be taking that back. Thank you. That's an
Gideon is like,
okay. Thank you. We don't steal from each other, please. Just ask me next time. Except I probably won't give you this one. I'll give you this one. And they pull out another dagger that's just a regular dagger.
I just took the first one that wasn't here to me.
I mean, it is rather beautiful. And they Deceit
I don't care about that.
Deceit shows off the dagger, but in that pose that comic book girls do, where you can see both the boobs and the ass at the same time. They do that pose.
There's an audible snap of your spine.
Yeah, just to show off the dagger on their hip. And just
that sounded like it hurt. Why are you doing that with your body?
Because I look wonderful.
You look like you're in pain.
You look great.
Beauty. Oh, thank you, Maka. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. Anyway, let's go.
Gideon is gonna keep an eye out for weapons and stuff while
absolutely. You head down the hallway, and this gnome is just kind of chattering to you about the cave, and Deceit is still cloaked in some magical lights for all of the rest that you guys take, and as soon as you finish the short rest, they do subside and fall away. So you guys head out. You walk past the southern room. You look in, and there seems to be another guard, another gnome and guard, another guard resting on top of the cliff, just kind of or on top of a little cliff ledge in there, just twiddling his legs. And he just waves as you guys walk by. And the gnome walking you out of the room to the west of that room at the bottom walks you out to the entrance that you guys were at, and you see that bridge that you would have seen at the waterfall. And he just says, "Yep, it's just across there, and through the first room here, which is it's the spinning blades. So through the spinning blades, you'll find the workshop."
Wait. How do we avoid getting hit by blades that are spinning?
Oh, you're kind of... How is Maka? Because you said Maka is quite short. Is Maka the size of a gnome?
I guess so. Yeah.
You mentioned 3 or 4 feet tall, right?
Are you considered a small creature?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He looks at you and says, "You'll be fine."
Okay, great.
Yeah, they're just the spinning blades. We just walk through and we're fine. You should be fine.
Okay,
everybody knows how to deal with spinning blades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, through the spinning blades, you'll find Fibblestib and Dabbledob. They are in the inventor's workshop. They're probably working. They would love to know that you killed this thing, because this has been plaguing us for a long time. And yeah, I talked to them.
Okay.
I'm not going that way because I have to stay guarding here, but it is this way, and I will warn you about the spinning blades. Remember, there are spinning blades.
Of course.
Thanks again, and be careful with Factory.
Yes. I will keep her safe. Rest assured. I
Careful,
need her
like-
alive.
Careful for her or careful from her?
Careful
Over in
with
front of
her.
me across the blade.
Careful with her. He says specifically.
Right.
Okay.
I hold
Um,
her like a grocery bag.
To the spinning blades.
Stunning.
I want to see how fast they spin.
They spin pretty fast. You guys head across the waterfall, and this whole area is lightly obscured by mist from the waterfall. As you head into the room, if you hadn't been told by this, you probably would have walked into this room without knowing there were spinning blades, because the room is full of this like updrafted mist from the waterfall.
I mean, if you walk into a room and you don't expect spinning blades, like really, what are you doing?
This is what I'm saying, right?
That's what Gideon is saying.
It looks like you see anybody in there. You can give me an investigation check or perception check. I would say with disadvantage on both because it is lightly obscured.
It was a 19 and a 2.
Oh,
I'll do perception. Oh yeah, no, that's a 7.
cool. Oh no, you wouldn't still have bardic.
I used it.
Oh no, I was talking about Fang.
Oh,
And I still have the bardic, but it's...
it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh,
and you took a
is it
short
10?
rest, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
okay. You got a 10 at least.
Yeah, so perception, Maka got 12 total. So
Nice. Actually, that's the best. Maka, you see that these blades haven't activated yet. They seem to be. You seem to like. They're just kind of still right now, and it looks like something is going to trigger them. You also see on the far side of the wall, like if you peer in a little bit, you can see on the southern side of the wall there's a brass lever on that wall.
okay. I'll say so. I think because of my stature, I'm gonna go through first. I'll kind of army crawl under, and then I'll trigger the lever. Which
How much roughly do you think Maka weighs?
oh man,
Like, is she like pretty
20
light
pounds.
because she's short?
A 3-foot tall bunny.
yeah.
That. I mean, yes, I would say so.
Pretty light, I'm assuming.
Like lighter than
It
I
says
think
about
a human of that height.
17 kilograms.
Yeah. So you begin to army crawl across the floor, and you notice nothing happens.
Okay.
Just nothing happens. The blades don't start to spin. And you get yourself across the room. Do you take up to the bronze thing? You will probably have to bunny hop to get there.
Okay.
Can
we just
because
check
it
that
is
off? Yeah.
intentionally set up a little bit higher on the wall. You can give me a little acrobatics check.
Okay. Where's my d20? 9.
Perfect.
He's just watching her. He's like, she walks into danger very quickly.
I know, she's so
Yes.
brave.
It's
That's not the word I
so
would
much
use.
wine.
A stout heart lies within this bunny.
She's so brave.
Or
so
she's
heroic.
drunk.
Or drunk. Well, liquid courage.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, you get like a 9 is well enough to jump up. You're used to jumping pretty high. However, I will say the force that you put on the floor does trigger the blades. However, you're fast enough that it was on your jump. Had anybody else walked into the room, you would have triggered the blades, and well, actually, they would have triggered the blades too because they're heavier. You jump up and grab on and pull down the lever, and the blades stop again. They grind to a halt, and then they just fold in and then sink into the ground.
All right.
And you hear a click then.
Okay. Great, let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, Deceit walks onto the floor and is like, marvelously handled again.
Yeah.
Quite heroic. I'm really... This is really wonderful. And you notice as Deceit walks onto the floor, there is no like pressure plate feeling anymore. It's clicked into place.
Alright. As Feng walked across, she would just casually comment, I had thought gnomes, due to their diminutive size, to be cowardly beings, but they seem to possess a sort of ingenuity to their mindset that I respect.
They are very intelligent and they do make some cool things.
I like it here. It's dangerous. But
Onward?
only if you're stupid.
Or drunk.
Or tomato.
So you guys head towards the gnome workshop, the inventor's workshop.
Yeah.
You
Gnome workshop. Gee, I sure hope it does.
I sure hope it does. You hear arguing from outside the door, very loud arguing. If you'd like, you can kind of hang back and listen in.
Wait, is this the double door at the westernmost end?
No, it is the so you see
just the turn past the blades.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you see the room with the blades in it just after the bridge?
Okay. I get you.
Yeah. And then it's a little after that. So you hear arguing. You hear a bunch of arguing. Do you guys stop or do you guys walk straight in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and listen.
Stop and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a little perception check from everyone, just so you can hear them right, so we can hear them.
Okay. 14 from me.
Nice.
Not 1 + 2, so that's a 3 from me.
6.
24.
Sure. Great. So as you guys approach, you overhear an argument in. Oh, hold on. Who speaks Gnomish?
Shit.
Oh,
Nope.
Does anyone speak Gnomish?
no.
Wait. Damn it! I speak halfling. Is it a related? Are they like related languages? Is it like trying to listen to Italian when you know Spanish?
It's like listening to German when you speak French.
So not helpful at all.
Not helpful at
They're
all.
not related. Whatsoever.
These are not
Okay.
related languages, even though they're similar statures.
You're no fun.
I think Gnomish and Dwarvish would be similar, but Gnomish and Halfling are very different.
I don't speak Dwarvish either. Fuck.
Well, does anyone speak Dwarvish?
No.
No.
Does Deceit speak any of them?
No, definitely not. Deceit speaks like Infernal, Common, and like Elven, I think.
I picked Draconic and Undercommon. I don't know why.
Hey, I got Undercommon as well.
Oh, it's not gonna come up. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So now what?
Wrong starter campaign. You guys meant to be in the Mines of Fandelver, where everybody fucking speaks Undercommon, apparently. I'm kidding. It's mostly just the drows. So you don't hear. You hear Gnomish, or
Okay,
what
what's
you
the
assume
tone?
is Gnomish. Oh, it's argumentative.
Tone,
it's two
number of
fighting.
voices, positioning.
Two voices, and you hear them fighting with each other. It's a consistent back and forth.
Gideon's like, oh, I'm really good at this. I did this at home all the time.
Oh god, the trauma.
Eavesdrops on an argument.
That he can't understand.
Yeah. Just like when he was a kid.
You hear an argument back and forth. It seems to be mostly one-sided, but with little jabs from another side. You don't really hear anything else like other than that.
We should just make ourselves known. Gnome.
Yeah.
Make ourselves known.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the
no.
opposite of inspiration for that one. No.
Yes.
So you guys head in.
Yeah. Feng will just barge right in.
They turn and go like, "Oh, intruders! We must man them. We must man them."
We have come.
Factore?
Yes,
killed Factore.
we're holding her hostage.
No.
We are not holding her hostage. We are here to parley with you. You are the elders, yes?
Well, we're the
You look
inventors. You look Stupid. Mm.
Are
I
you
hold out Factory.
are you Fibblesticks
Like that.
and Dabbledob?
Very close. Fibblestib and Dabbledob. Yes. Well, I'm Fibblestib, and based on the voice, Gideon, you notice this one to be the one that was talking the most in the argument, and the other one goes like, "I'm Dabbledob."
All right, I will hand Factory over to them.
Okay. Please, if you're going to visit, please don't manhandle Factore. And they give her a little healing potion and kind of wake her up, and then she kind of goes like,
Hi.
and then she just starts mumbling again, and she's just like, "No, I must. That was a serious failure. A serious failure on my part. I need to implement more traps, more swinging things. Like she's going to trap the hell out of that room."
Yes.
And they just kind of go like, "You really did a number on her. She's going to. Oh, that's going to be really hard to get past now. That room.
You should probably just board it up.
But it's kind of the only way through, and it's kind of her space now. So we just like, we don't like to. She's doing her research. Okay, she's doing her research. You do see her kind of busy herself with some of the stuff in this workshop, as if she's like building herself some traps or something to bring back with her. So you manhandled Factore, you barge in here. What can we help you? Are you trying to kill us?
No,
We saved all of you.
Yes, I killed the mimic.
We killed the mimic.
Give me opposed persuasion checks.
Oh God.
I will
Oh,
I will actually give
That's a
Maka
12.
advantage on that. And
How do you give her the help action?
Yeah.
In
I'll
this?
say, yes, indeed, our bunny friend was most brave
so
as
advantage
she
so that's
strike
18.
down.
What did we get, Gideon?
A 3. Rolled a 4 minus 1.
They kind of just ignore you basically as we have
Okay.
our
Gideon
bunny
goes,
friend.
Yeah, Gideon goes to watches Factory make traps.
She starts telling you about it.
Yeah, Gideon is listening, like in like rapt.
As soon as you kind of get over to her, she's talking the process out loud, as if to like chat. Hi, chat. No, as if to like an audience. She's a streamer. Stream Factory. We're gonna raid Factory after this. No, I'm kidding.
Her fans are called factoids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think maybe her
Gideon like will like try and like talk like about actual traps that he knows, like survival traps and hunting traps, and will like try and like bounce off of her, let her bounce off of him like that, and like being responsive, kind of.
We'll get back to that in a sec, and we'll get back to the rest of the party first, because I think that's fun. So they look immediately at you, Mac, and say, "Our hero, a savior. That mimic was a real plague. It killed two of our people. We're really glad that you could have. Do you think they would?" And they kind of both start looking at each other, and it's just like, "No, don't suggest that. That's stupid. We haven't even come up with a solution for that yet. But I mean, if they could handle the mimic, they might be able to get him to calm down." "I don't think they're going to get him to calm down, Dob. Thank you about the mimic. Is there something you needed from us? People don't often come here just for nothing. We do have quite a bit of magical accoutrement."
Yes.
Actually, that would be amazing. There's a dragon plaguing Phandalin. We were wondering if there was anything you could do to help us to defeat it or fight against it.
Well, we have a couple of things. We do. Oh, but it is in their room, so we might have to deal with them anyway. And then, like, that's Dob talking to you, or Dabbledob talking to you, and Fibbleston just kind of hits him, and it's just like, "I said, don't talk about it. We shouldn't talk about it with them." And they just kind of like sheepishly like come in, and I give me a persuasion check.
Me?
The two of you,
Okay.
or one of you can give the other advantage.
Wait, let me see my persuasion.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, I have a +4 to persuasion.
Come on, noble background.
That is 20.
Nice. Dirty or natural?
Yeah, no, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So they kind of like relax a little bit, and Dabbledob, she just kind of, she looks at Fibblestib and it's just like, honey, come on. They could help. And my idea could work. And Fibblestib immediately goes like, okay. So we have a bit of a problem.
Okay.
You've noticed that some of our people here are a little bit wrapped in what they're doing.
Yes.
We have kings here.
Wait, kings?
Short kings?
King Korboz and King Nurkli.
Oh, okay.
They are our rulers, they are our elders. We're just the inventors, the primary inventors here. And in their room, there are some items that we can spare. However, it would take getting there. And getting there it's going to be difficult because they might hear you in their room, and they're not the easiest to talk to right now. They're kind of insane. Yes, and insane. But we need to try to fix them. I proposed, and immediately Dabbledob pipes up, saying, I propose that we create a sanity ray that we can just shoot them with, and then they'll become sane again. And I know I could probably craft something like that with the magics going on in this cave. And immediately Fibblestib just goes like, why don't we just do the straitjacket idea? We could just put them in a straitjacket. And they start arguing again, this time in common.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh, hello. Hi, raiders. Thank you for the raid.
Raider?
I hardly
We're about
know her.
to beat up some gnomes.
I don't know if we're about to beat them up, but we are coming close to the end of our little journey through Nomengard here for random DMs. But thank you for dropping by. It's good to see you all.
We killed a mimic.
We did kill a mimic. You just missed us kill a mimic, and people definitely nearly died.
We being the operative word.
We being the operative word. We killed a mimic. Maka maintains that she killed a
Maka just so happened to deal the last 5 points of damage. She also aggroed the mimic, so it balances out, and it was a group effort. So
a group effort led by Maka, you're saying.
A group effort that was necessary because of Maka.
Yeah.
So she started it and finished it, you're saying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's like that. She's like that Kenobi meme.
I love how much we are like gassing up Maka, myself, and Fung. And Gideon is so mad.
So mad.
Yeah.
Gideon's are like, don't make unnecessary journeys.
So,
like that.
Raiders, you have come in on a little bit of a domestic here. No, our heroes are trying to defeat, trying to get their way through Nomengard, and are consistently arguing over who killed the mimic. And it's been unanimous that it's Maka that killed the mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Gideon loves that.
That's not what unanimous means.
What? I didn't see you. Who said that?
Because I was hiding.
Okay, this is gonna be probably the last couple of minutes. I'm just gonna wrap up with these gnome recluses and a little bit more details on the kings, and then I'm gonna head over to our lovely Gideon talking with our inventor Factore. We love Factore. She's a queen. So our lovely Gideon, or our lovely Maka and Fung, you're talking away to Dabbledob and Fibblestib, and they are still kind of arguing over whether they should create a sanity ray or whether they should just build a straitjacket. And they kind of look to you as if you might have another solution. They say that both of the kings are mad and they don't really know what to do with that. That's kind of their thing. Like, is it a case that you might have some magics that might be able to subdue them, or maybe someone in the town knows of a way to heal them, but you might have to encounter them at some point to get past their bed, to get to their bed chambers. It is possible to get to their bed chambers without them noticing you, but it's very unlikely or it's going to be a difficult check to get through for whoever's DMing next.
Right.
So we will then move over to Factore and Gideon. So Factore is busying herself. You see that she's crafting some things you're pretty familiar with, like caltrops and tripwires and things of the like. And she is speaking to you like out loud. She's speaking to you about, like, you hear her say things like, "Oh, tripwire sensitive, useful for those who can't fly, but maybe if people could fly, I should use something else." And she's just verbalizing her thoughts. And if you want to assist her, you can assist her in a roll to make these traps.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I would love to.
Give me a little roll.
Of what?
Oh, sorry. You're going to assist her, so she's going to be rolling. Apologies.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Very good. She's pretty good at inventing stuff. So you see, Gideon does assist her to make a couple of little traps and stuff, but she also, one, gives you a bag of caltrops. You notice that these caltrops feel a little weird. They don't feel like regular caltrops. You can inspect them if you wish later.
These ain't your grandma's caltrops.
These ain't your grandma's caltrops. Remind me to give you the information of this out of game.
Yeah.
And she gives you a couple of crossbow bolts that she's upgrading. She gives you 2. They have like a little bundle on the end of them.
Oh, thank you.
And you're welcome. Anyway, and she continues to keep talking about like stuff that she's working on, and you hear her mention explosives, and that should help keep them out. That should hit the target easier. And you can probably infer that what she's given you are 2 explosive crossbow bolts.
Sweet.
You do notice as well that you're the first person that she's actually said a word back to and responded to. She said, "You're welcome." And then she heads back to her room. She wanders away and wanders out.
Cool.
And I believe that is where we're going to wrap things up. We see our heroes being congratulated for their heroic work dealing with this mimic. We see our hero being congratulated for her heroic work with this mimic. I'm just doing this to piss Ralph off, to be honest.
You're welcome. It was nothing.
I'm going to start a random DM's union.
Oh, that wouldn't be the so for
the
anybody
union
watching.
rep.
For anybody watching, if you all watched the first season, Deceit started a goblin union in like one of the first caves you go to in the Phandalin adventure. So this would be the second time a union has been crafted in random DMs.
Boy. Yeah, and so far we've only had one union busted, which were Deceit's stagehands.
Well, it wasn't so much union busting as they just didn't want to work with Deceit anymore because they didn't like their direction. Their Deceit's
creative differences.
We had creative. We are consciously uncoupling, darling. And so we leave our adventurers in Nomengard, ready to deal with whatever lies at the end, whether they have to fight these mad kings or just put them down, put them to rest, or like knock them out, maybe bring them back to Phandalin to see if you can get a healer. Whatever you guys decide to do, we will see what happens then.
We did just meet a healer, a midwife.
You did. She's back at Phandalin. She might be able to help. However, you also know that there's also the mushrooms here. Perhaps something can be done to craft them. There's plenty of options. However, we find ourselves back in the Bard's Quill. Oster's still nowhere to be seen out at the markets, as Deceit is just snacking on some Biscoff cookies. Biscoff. We're not sponsored.
Caramelized biscuits.
Caramelized biscuits. It's just like snacking away on some biscuits and drinking some coffee. And it's just like, It really did go that way, didn't it? You were so heroic in that room, Maka. You really did your best. You did so well, darling. And they eat another biscuit.
Gideon
Oh,
is like,
stop it.
like
It was nothing.
Gideon, all you
Crazy,
did was
like-
steal my dagger. I mean, and I had to help you out so you could even hit the damn thing.
wow.
I'm just
Things only improved for Gideon then.
I'm just messing with you, Gideon. Well, I was going to say I'll get this cleaned up. Fung's retinue will get this cleaned up, and we'll maybe start into a little bit of lunch if there's food around. Where's Oster? Isn't he going to make lunch?
I
Anyway,
hope not.
we'll see him when he comes back. And we zoom out of the tavern, all of our group arguing and bickering over who actually killed the mimic and what actually happened. And we leave our adventures there, and we'll come back to them next week, or in 2 weeks' time. However, we do have one thing left to do. We have to select our random DM. Now, Emma, do you have the dice
Absolutely
roller
not.
thing?
No.
That's
absolutely
so
not.
fine. We're gonna have to trust me rolling a d4.
Yep.
I don't.
I'll post it on. I'll take a picture and post it on Twitter.
Doctor.
I'll just, if you want me to
I'll
doctor it,
get my finest people.
if you want me to doctor it, you can DM. No, I'm kidding.
Are
I've got
we including Oster? No, because Declan won't be here.
No, Declan won't be around next, so I'm going to be number 1. But if it rolls onto me, I'm going to pass, if that's okay.
Yep,
So
of course.
I'm just going to give it a re-roll on 1 because I've already DM'd twice and I want to give everybody else a shot. So I'm actually going to video this now while we're talking. So Nikki, you're going to be 2.
Right.
Ralph, you're going to be 3. And Emma, you are going to be 4. And I will be a re-roll on 1. That's 3. That is a 3 for Ralph.
Let's
go.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
And I have a video. I'll post it on Twitter and I'll tag D8 London just to prove to Ralph. And you'll hear me talking in the
I'm
background.
not even on Twitter, but yeah.
You're not even on Twitter. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
that was great, Di. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you
Lots of
so
fun.
much.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad.
We
I was
guarded those gnomons so hard.
You guarded those gnomons, besties. You really guarded those gnomons.
Yeah.
I am glad you all had fun. I always get so nervous when DMing, as everybody kind of does.
Mhm.
I think it's natural to get a little nervous when you're DMing.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
So I'm really glad it went that well. Well, that's it from us, besties. We will see you on the other side of Gnomon Guard in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
See you in a fortnight.